Hello and good morning, my lovely friends. This is Marta from Drop of Sunshine and welcome in my studio. My friends, today I am coming to you with another part of the same video I was creating yesterday to show you how you can create a lovely card working on a white background to make your floral composition, your sentiment, your focal point instantly popping out from your card base. My friends, just to let you know, for those who haven't seen my previous video, all the cards I will be creating in this video and a previous one, I think I will actually divide it in 3 parts because once I started creating this video today, I had only 2 hours before my shift starts, so I just wanted to quickly create the video, edit it. I'm not quite sure if I'll manage to post everything up before my shift, but at least I will have this part of the video done. Anyway, going back to my announcement, I wanted to say that all the cards I am creating just now, this white background card series, they all will be listed on the eBay. I will give you a link on my blog to those auctions, and all 100% of the earnings, anything you will be, putting your listing up, all the money raised will be passed to the British Red Cross organization, which is a worldwide humanitarian charity helping people in a crisis all over the world. So I just thought it's a nice gesture to try to share this kindness and love, and because as I've mentioned in the previous video, I am very, very blessed and happy with having such a great life, being able to create and share my passion with you. I'm decided that I will be doing those listings from time to time, trying to support different charities, and just share it with others. And I hope you will join me to those helping to support the charities as well, and you will have a look on those auctions. Now I am taking this paper discovery card builder panel die set, which I really, really love because it has separate outer and inside die. You can mix and match them because you've got a frame, and then you have 5 different panels you could use for that. But what this gives you by having die which are having a separate outer edge, it gives you basically endless possibilities, because you're not always have to cut out this complete panel. But what I'm doing here, as you can see, I'm doing this partial like die cutting. It's only without cutting the outside edge, I am able to place my die on a card and it does not cut the card half. I could do extend pattern if I want to, like I could try to match up the edges and then have this continuous pattern on the card, or there's so many different possibilities, and this is amazing. Like this comes from the experience. I think I'm pretty much sure I've mentioned that before, but I really love those designers who are crafters themselves, who keep the hands-on experience, and they know if they design the product, they know that they would like to use it, and they know from their own experience that this is something which really, really comes handy. And Olga, director and the designer standing behind the paper discovery range, she is a excellent example of that. So I cut those 2 panels, like not panels, but just those inside portion through my card front, and now I will be using this lovely lace. I have this very thin lace, a very, very delicate one. I think it's around 2 inches size, and it's scalloped on both edges, but then the inside side, I don't know if you can see, it's got that straight line. And what I did, I took one piece and I cut along the straight line, and that way I will be placing the whole piece of the lace in the center, and then those half bits on the top and the bottom side edge of this front panel. I will be attaching them with the hot glue. And just a little information, my friends, be very, very watch yourself when you're working with the hot glue. You don't want to burn yourself. Here I am adding a glue, and yes, I'm smearing it with my finger, but I think after so many years of crafting, I actually become a little bit resistant to the heat. And please do not try it in case you're gonna burn your fingers. I don't want to do that. Like, I don't want to encourage you to harm yourself. So watch yourself. And you can use those there is this rubber bits you can put on your finger, that, like the one which protect your finger when you do like a sewing or embroidery. So you can buy one of these, and that way you could be able to do the same thing without harming yourself. So that's an idea for you. But as I've mentioned, I've been working with the hot glue so many times. I've got my fingers so much burn, and there's a thicker skin grow on top of that. So this is why I am doing that without feeling any pain. But for someone who's watching the video, please be careful and do not try it at home. Now, I will be attaching this panel with the help of the double-sided tape. I like to use the tape because that will give me this really nice finish and edge. Once it's glued, it will stay flat. And I will add a drop of the liquid glue just to help me move it out a little bit. But I would really recommend, if you've got this pieces like that, which you can see they're got a little bit warp in the die cutting machine, but the reason behind that is the Gemini machine is much more powerful and than the regular manual die cutter, and sometimes it tend to stretch paper a little bit when it's cutting, and that's why you could see a little bit like a bulkiness on the middle section. But I don't mind it. I really don't mind it. And then I just adhere it with the double-sided tape, and I'm pressing my finger on the middle, and then I am just smooshing it to the sides. Once I am gluing this panel, I didn't press all the way down at once, but I start from the middle section, and then I was trying to flatten it up on to the sides as I was going. Here I've decided I want to back my little heart, which's got a beautiful quote saying, Jesus, I trust in you, and that could make the card perfect for christening, for Holy Communion, or any of those very important events, and even for a wedding, like we actually having exchanging these vows, we are doing it in the presence of the God. So this is a lovely quote which is multi-occasional, and I really like it. I really like this sentence. It's a little pretty. And at first I cut this backing heart. This lacy card comes from the Christina Griffith's Love and Marriage die set, and at first it wasn't really visible because I used the same cardstock, but then I reached for the second heart. You could see I've cut it twice, and the second one I actually used the watercolor paper, this huge pad of the watercolor paper I was showing you yesterday, and I really love it. I am backing my heart with the double-sided foam tape, just adhere it in the middle, and then I will place my flower composition. Those flowers and leaves, they are coming from the Heartfelt Creation Classic Rose set. I have this stamp die and the matching mold, which helped me to create those flowers. And one of you, my friends, Debbie, hello, if you're watching, I've seen you were commenting on me showing you how do I create the card, but not card but the flowers, and I'm thinking of it to create actually a couple of videos just dedicated only purely to a flower making, and then I will show you a little bit more because I didn't want to speed up the whole bit to make it too quick. But once I will be creating the flower making video, I will tell you in more details what am I using for my flower, what's my favorite shaping techniques, and all the tricks and materials I prefer to to do, and then maybe we can do some like in comparison, or like a foam, showing you a foam flower making, a paper flower making, anything. You will have a flower related question, you can actually leave me a comment down below. I will gather them up, and then we can work on it, and I could answer your questions. Another thing I want to tell you, my friends, I am gonna be doing a second card, and I'll tell you on the second card. Just a minute, I will tell you everything about the second card. But one more thing I would like to say is that yesterday when I post my video, I accidentally pressed premiere rather than just upload it straight away, and it was amazing. Thank you so very much for all of you who watch it with me. I've noticed that during this premiere time I was able to actually have a real conversation with those of you who were watching. So I think I may think of scheduling those premiere on some set day and time as well, so we could all sit down and watch it together, and then we can have this live conversation, because I really would like to work more live, like have this real interaction with all of you. That will be amazing. Now for my second card, I've cut the panel slightly smaller than my card base, and now I am pressing it through the embossing folder. I am making sure that this bottom strip is not impressed to my pattern, so it's only a top and a only this frame which was on the side was impressed on my panel. Now because I wanted to show you a white background cards, but I don't want to make it too simple, like just oh you can just emboss the background and stick it down and you're ready to go. I did it on the first card, and I don't want to repeat it, even though it's different embossing folder, but I don't want to repeat the same idea. So we're gonna taking it a step further. At first I was really keen on using those torn edge circle dies from Daisy May Design, but eventually I've decided to slightly change my idea and give my embossed panel a little twist, something you can do extra step to create even more like a interesting look than just stick it down on plain embossed piece of paper. So what I'm trying to figure it out here, I've got a few ideas in my head, but eventually I've decided to actually cut my my panel into the strips. So I'm grabbing my guillotine here, I am checking the size, and then I'm trying to move my paper every 2 centimeters on my scale, and then I am just chopping another strip. And once I am chopping those strips, I am watching myself, so I'm not gonna be mixing them up. Here you can see I am just adding each strip cut to the same side, so I have this continuous pattern. And once I will go to the end, I will end up with a little piece left over, which actually I'm not gonna be gluing it to the card, because that way I could have those little spacing in between my strips. And here I didn't chop very well, because sometimes, and this is a thing I want to share with you, my friends, I've noticed that if you're working on this Crafter Companions guillotine, you have to be certain you just press your handle and chop. And whenever, sometimes I've noticed that if I was trying to be very gentle and do it very slowly, the slowly I was doing it, the worst result I was getting. Sometimes the chopping, the knife wasn't really, the blade wasn't cutting very sharp cut line, because I was moving it too slow. And especially when you have this embossed panel and your fiber on the paper is already break, it's better to just like put your paper down and then make this one chop, like be very decide like way. Do not be like just do not go very slow, because that way it's not gonna be cutting very well. Now I am backing my strips with the foam tape, and I actually decided to back them up twice. So here you can notice I was adding one, and then I am adding a second layer on the top of it, because I thought one, it's not gonna be, especially with the very thin foam tape I'm having here, I've noticed that the one layer, it's not gonna be sufficient. It's not gonna give me this race you know, dimension as I'm planning to use here. And I am very gently shaping it with my fingers. I did it first to give it a little bit curvature, and now I am adding a liquid glue. It's very important, my friend. Add the drop of the liquid glue, which will help you to move your papers. And what I'm doing here, I am revealing the tape. I'm adding liquid glue, but I am not pressing these panels to the those strips to the card. Not at all. I am just gently putting them very lightweight, and I am not pressing them. They're still not entirely attached to the card. And that way, once I finish adding all of them, I will be able to, you know, shift them here and there. And once I'm happy, once I am happy that everything is straight, then I will be pressing it, because in case it's not gonna be the even, you end up with the one space much larger than the rest. You will be able to shift your strips teeny tiny bit before you actually press them. And here I am back in my sentiment with the double layer of the foam tape, and I'm adding my leaves and my flowers, and my second card is ready. So from this point I will be saying to you bye bye for now, because I will have to get ready for my shift at work. But thank you so very much, my friends. I hope you enjoyed this idea. This bring you a little bit of inspiration. What you can do, you can have this second look on your you know, embossing folders, on your dies, on everything you have in your stash, and trying to recreate it using your goodies in a different way. And here it's 2 cards, and then there's a previous 2 from this white background series, and all of the cards, they are on the listing for the charity auction if you would like to buy them and support the Red British Cross. Thank you so very much, my friends. Have a wonderful day, wonderful weekend, and wonderful life. Stay blessed. Bye bye.